Alright, here we are for another second division set. Black Pearl versus French Connexion D. They actually have four teams participating, and somehow three of the teams, unfortunately, ended up in the same division because it's based on average elo. But still, nice to have four French teams or four French Connexion teams joining in. Like, lovely to see that. We have Bedouins again. And Le Poseido has secured the Indians here, so I'm assuming French Connexion snagged the first pick here. We also have Mislu with the Chinese over here. So once that TC completes, we're going to see three more villagers pop out. Lots of shorefish here to be eaten right next to the TC. Also on the woodline, great TC placement there for the Chinese to have an absolute minimum of idle time, if any, here. That shorefish is just going to really boost that early Chinese food. Building the house right away as well, just so as not to get housed at 10 pop here. Let's see if that force drop is enough to keep the Chinese food economy running there. That's going to be an absolute minimum of idle time as long as Mislu clicks that villager key, and that's been done. Nicely compensating for the zero food that Chinese started. So Indians for Le Poseidon over here, and El Hiar with the Mayans over here, probably wanting to play the Plume Archers as we've seen before, already commencing the walls as well. And we may or may not see some team walls forming here for French Connexion all the way across the edges here between the starting TCs. Now for Black Pearl, they have the Vietnamese for John Baudelaire here, revealing the starting locations of the opponent's town centers. We have Mrjd. I think I'm just going to have to call this player Purple, but playing as the Burgundians here, potential for fantastic economy. Early Cavalier in the Castle Age and the Paladin also at all stable techs at half price, so Burgundians have a shortcut to Paladin, but because of that, of course, they don't have bloodlines, so they lack in the late Imperial Age potentially that way. Not a single Paladin Civ on the other team, but Indians Imperial Camels against Burgundians Cavaliers. That should be the Imperial Camels fight anyway. Alright, and now finally for Pirate with the Italians here. Honestly, with very decent counters to Indians play, at least, with the Genoese crossbowmen, the unique unit. Or just mass arbalest if you want to go down that road. You have a shortcut to the next ages as well, with the 15% discount on the age app. I guess if you really want to meme it out, once the shorefish is depleted, you could dock with the Italians and place fish traps as well, because the Italians' fishing ships are 15% cheaper, but I doubt we'll be seeing that. Just toggle a minimal fast forward here just to make it to that feudal age, because the dark age on Nomad Stars, they tend to be rather uneventful. You could, of course, sometimes see resources being walled in and that kind of stuff, but let's just see what the Feudal Age brings. Feudal Age in now for Le Poseidon with Indians here. Stable going up, of course, going for the nice and early scouts here with the Indians, which will be followed up by Burgundian scouts, perhaps. It is a 19 builders up here and the barracks, yep. Likely to be the scouts for the Burgundians as well. Will not want to stay in the feudal age for too long, because without bloodlines you're not going to be able to contest fights against Indians that have bloodlines. And if you preserve your scouts throughout the ages with Indians and not risk losing them early, you'll also be getting that +1 Pierce armor in the Cast and Imperial Ages, which will come in handy when acting as meat shield against ranged units. There's the village for the Italians as well. 25 pop for John Baudelaire going up here. Should be able to go straight for the Castle Age because of that with this shore fish income benefiting the food situation here. Also quite healthy chunks of food here, but that's going to go into wood. I mean, that's going to go into the blacksmith market for the next stage probably. 3 of gold, sufficient to get up, of course, but the Indian scouts are here to meddle in. They are not going to be able to obstruct the Castle Age transition for John Baudelaire. And generally speaking, most of the eco is safe here. There are so many villagers here taking the shorefish that you should be able to fight off these Indian scouts with your villagers if you're not able to quick wall them in time. But John Baudelaire also, a bit... Almost a bit unfortunate there, but he does get walls up. Well, I just have to delete this palisade now. Maybe delete all of them to free up the fish food income. Blacksmith market, I'd assume. And eventually the castle and Rattan archers here. Purple on Norwich, walling off among themselves here. We see a pirate going for the double range archers here. And I'm not sure if they... Yeah, purple knows the location of blue, so they're going for a doubling on the Chinese player Miss Lu here now to even out the military situation here, perhaps. First player going to the cast stage, that's John Baudelaire. Team wall not far from completion for French Connexion here. They are also with a tiny eco lead, with the Indians being earliest up to the feudalation wall. Hey, how did the scouts get in here? Must be a hole somewhere, or maybe this is where they entered. So Indians versus Burgundians here. Defense coming in for the Indians, so that's going to give that extended scouts mass even more strength against the Burgundians. Heavy plow and bozo in for MJDM here, Mr. DJM here. So that is going to give the Burgundians a fantastic farming economy here. Maybe they'll actually be able to contest the Indian scouts after all, just through sheer economy advantage and the numbers. But more likely, our purple friend here is going to go for the Castle Age and the maybe instant Castle Age Cavalier and try to mass those. John Baudelaire, Castle Age here before anyone has even clicked, but the gold gets compromised by LER's Mayan's archers. TC Castle, I mean, going up right on the TC, and that is also going to cover the gold here. So John Baudelaire will be able to make Rattan archers, but economy really taking a hit there, and it's just a matter of time before LER finds the stone income. Oh, actually good reaction of John Baudelaire here to pull the villagers away. They might... No, they're gonna get intercepted by the scouts. Oh man, oh man. Oh, I said it was a good reaction, but now they're spotted and all of the villagers will be going down. No more stone for John Baudelaire. Lots of villagers going down here. 4 or 5 villagers going to be sniped by Le Poseidon and LDR. Good spot. A little bit on the lucky side maybe to hit the timing just like that. But okay, that seriously compromises the Vietnamese production here. Only 3 Rattan archers in the queue. Gold situation dire here. And yeah, assuming we'll see a mining camp on the right hand side. Yeah, next to the castle, so they're maximum protected here. Archers versus archers here. Miss Liu with the Chinese archers against the pirate with the Italian ones scrambling up a tower here. But they're also going to trade archers' numbers, so I think that tower goes up to protect the gold over here. The Poseidon joining in with the scouts as well. Scout masses. Caslage is in for the Indians. Gives them that extra pierce armor. Just note that they will be withstanding more archers fire now. 2+2 pierce armor. You can't focus this down with archers, solely archers with pirate here. They're moving on to hit the Burgundians now, because they know that the Burgundians have been largely untouched. 0 builders lost. Castlage halfway there, so Mr. DJM has been playing the greedy economy here. But as a result, not fielding nearly enough army. Crossbow in for the Chinese here, and the scouts are in. Scouts shouldn't be worried about diving underneath TC fire here. They have that Indians extra armor, but actually, are they going to deny this tower? No way, no way, no way. Tower goes up, but at what cost? 9 builders down now. Burgundians can survive quite some hits to the economy still with the eco upgrades that they're building up like this, but losing 11 builders right off the bat like that is still of concern for the purple player. Maybe we're looking at a short game here, looking at how this develops here. French Connexion now at 115 to 92 builders here. Market price is already diminishing for the selling food here as well, and the team wall just a few tiles away from being complete here for French Connexion in the corner. They're playing this Bedouins map very well. Miss Louis is going to lose the crossbows here, but they have proved their value. 16 kills for those, 5 economy kills as well. Scouts still alive as well, and 19 villagers lost for Mr. DJM, 21 lost for John Baudelaire, and Pirate having lost 5 as well. French Connexion didn't lose a single villager so far. They are dominating this match. Oh, nicely trapped there, Pirate. Going to trap these Indians, scouts and camels inside, but not for long, because Miss Louis is here with another wave of Chinese crossbows just bursting through here, diminishing the crossbow mass. Triple ranges producing for Pirate with the Italians here, but is it only double ranges actually for... Nice triple ranges for Miss Louis as well. And they're just constantly trading armies over here. The Indians camels have bonus damage against buildings as well, so the camels could help take out that tower to limit the defenses here of Black Pearl. 26 villagers only for Mr. JJM here, not getting away with the greedy economy play here. Game ends at 26 to 33, and French Connexion take the win through great map reading and collective aggression here. Alright, browsing through the stats here, gonna have a look at when the upgrades kick in. It's fairly consistent, of course, here with when they get fletching after you have times the archers players. Early defense for the Indians, I think that helped out a lot later on once we got into the cast stage with that extra pierce armor just to dive in. It sometimes can catch you off guard that your archers or town centers aren't taking out these light cap. $50, 21, 23 to 3, that's just a ridiculous unit KD ratio there. Chinese showing their economy potential. What was the idle time in the end for the Chinese? 4 minutes, but that's with a third TC on the way, so assuming it's been low earlier on here for the blue player. And finally the APM chart, just to show some of these spikes here. Pirate dancing around with the crossbows here, probably with this. I don't know what that was. That's the feudal age, but otherwise that's probably crossbow micro here with these pops. We are going to arena next. And let's see what they have up their sleeve for this one. A new Civ draft. That's why we are not seeing any mirrors throughout the league. They've all drafted Civs according to the map. Now they've got these team colors set, so I don't need to change anything. We can just dive right into talking about the civilizations of choice here. Pirate with the Malay here. According to the Viper, they have the best arena civilization, because Malay go up through the age to 66% faster. They have bomber cannons, they have an almost full monastery tech tree, if not full, so they could also pull off a monk rush if they really wanted to, but actually with their faster off times that makes it a little bit more awkward too, but you could go up at a slightly higher population with the Malay and still pull off that monk rush at an early timing, of course. And they have fully upgraded Arbalest as well. They have battle elephants, elite battle elephants, but they are lacking heavily in the defense department. As a compensation, they get them cheaper. 30% discount in the Castle Age, 40% discount in Imperial Age. Might or might not see that in play here. In the pocket, another go-to arena civilization here, Mr. DJM with the Teutons. Fantastic boom, because the Teutons have cheaper farms, 40% cheaper farms. They have +1 melee armor added to their armies in the Castle and Imperial Ages. It's a cumulative bonus, so they get +2 melee armor totally in the Imperial Age, which means that their cavalry and infantry are really strong in melee combat. However, they'll still be weak to ranged options like cow archers or arbalest, that sort of thing. Siege weapons as well. But Teutons have siege of their own as well. They have bomber cannons, they have siege auger, I believe. And they have ironclad unique technology giving the siege weapons extra armor, so that could be real deadly in the late game. John Baudelaire with the Italians here did play the Archers Civ the previous game as well, but that was in the Vietnamese. Now it's the Italians for John Baudelaire. He's got the potential of Genoese crossbowmen against the Spanish and Mongols alike here. Mongols, Mangudai, Spanish conquistadors, and Miss Lou with the Bohemians probably going to play the almighty war wagons here. Nasty units. Could of course go for a monk rush as well against the Italians, since the Bohemians had a discount at their monasteries and they get the mining tax instantly, but 1 or 2 castles with war wagons tends to be even more common on the arena. It's because you have the stone walls to protect your starting economy. You could pull off these kinds of plays. They are trading scouts here now. This is RNG at this point. You'd think that whoever got the first hit wins this one, and it might have been John Baudelaire, because he comes out ahead here without needing help on the mud. This scout real weak though, so if he runs into any opponent scouts, that one might be going down. So that's the Bohemians on the flank here. Could of course play archers into Arbalest as well, and that because of getting that chemistry in the Castle Age for the Bohemians, but there are stronger units for these close maps for the Bohemians, so that's probably not what we're going to see here. Stone nice in the back here, so shouldn't be an issue getting that castle up. That's just not easily denied at all. And then the castle would probably be going up here or something to cover both the stone and gold in the front. Le Poseido with the Mongols pocket here is collecting food more efficiently. So if you look at the food count here, that's way ahead of the others. And I'm assuming Mangudai here, or just a solid pocket boom to assist with some cavalry or even siege in the Imperial Age. Mongols also get great siege with drill unique technology, allowing siege weapons to move 40% faster. So it's like Ferrari siege ramps, as they like to call them. We'll see what the game brings here, but Mass Elite Mangudai obviously also a very strong unit. Even if it's arena and you don't have any heals to pull back to Mangudai, you can just dive in and snipe trebuchets, bomber cannons, any siege weapon with their bonus attack against siege. And finally, LHR here with the Spanish, now going to stone, already in the Dark Age, indicating a castle drop, and the Conquistadors, another very strong raiding unit for the with the Spanish here, the Conquistadors, such high damage output. 2 or 3 of them basically one-shot villagers if they hit, but they aren't exactly known for their accuracy, so that's also something to think in mind. John Baudelaire here, 22 population up here. Is he going to box? Italians also have a decent monastery. There's sheep here still to be eaten, has pushed in all the deer. I'm assuming this was a 4 deer map generation then, since there's so many sheep left. So we'll see what this early feudal age brings. Let me have a look at the resources here. Food eco really low. We'll have enough wood to afford the billings. 400 food, maybe. I mean, if the intention is some kind of 1 TC aggression here, then you could sell the stone and buy the gold, buy the food if need be to go up. Yeah, actually, John Baudelaire hasn't been mining gold at all, so I think he's actually going to sell the stone here and go Castle Age. Wood villager distribution from red is nice. How so? What happened? Did I miss something here? How is oh, he sold wood! He sold wood! Ah, so that's how we got gold to go up. Oh yeah, 131 villager, no bumping, you're right. Not the case anymore, but still good. It's good to pay attention to these small things. Your eco will be running much more smoothly. That's a ridiculous castle age for John Baudelaire, though. It's not gone to gold yet. But he has the stone, so he's going to go straight into a 3 TC boom then, I presume. And then I don't know what the follow-up is. I don't play a lot of Arena, so can't really answer for that. Mislu is also not on stone here. Is 2 on gold, pretty conventional here. 26 villagers total. Did lose the scout to John Baudelaire, so it's a 27 pop Castle Age. Might be that we're going to see the archers to begin with here then from Bislu or something, or just a boom from the Bohemians as well. Bohemians, John Baudelaire. Right with the TC on stone, so thinking about a castle and those Genoese crossbowmen. And not able to afford 3 TCs immediately though. But rather put 1 on the stone here. Maybe it's an intentional one. Two TCs for pirate as well. They're all more in boom mode than in the aggression mode. Here we will be seeing the Spanish castle and conquistadors though. Mislu, let's see the disposition of resources. Double TCs probably. 1 here covering the stone, nice. And another one on the wood line. Lots of wood for Mr. DJM here. Is this going to be a triple TC, or sorry, 4 TC play here? That's lots of wood for the Teutons. That tends to happen with the Teutons because the farms are cheaper, so you save wood if you play it like you would all other Civs. Yeah, it is 4 TCs, that's what I thought actually. It was collected Warwood to be able to overwrite it to a quadruple TC boom, which is even going to give the Teutons a villager lead here, most likely, once the farms start to kick in. The castle is completing for LER here. Right on to the Conquistador production. 11 farms, 4 on gold. Might need a couple more gold to really keep that Conquistador production fluent. I don't remember the exact requirements, but they are in the queue. And could also help in taking out these scouts if need be. Yeah, exactly. Italians can sell wood instead of stone. I didn't think of that, of course, because it's cheaper to go up. And it was also real nice and early Castle Age as well. It was, first of all, for John Baudelaire at 1340. An absolute minimum of idle time, if any. And then you can use the villagers to gather wood instead of the gold needed for Castle Age and just go into the mini boom like this. And it's a stone, it's not even a gold yet. Oh no, it's a gold over here, so never mind. Castle gonna go down here probably or something to begin with. Are you participating this time, Sleeping Weasel, or just watching? I think you played the 2v2 or 3v3 last year, right? Ooh, petards! Oh, this could always catch you off guard. This could be rough for Pirates economy here. Yeah, you played last year. I gotcha. So many teams, it's like 58 teams total, so I don't remember all the names. Which is very nice for a 2G league. Okay, actually maybe saw through this one. No, but it's good that the society is normalizing, so that there's more time for other activities. Nice reaction here from Pirate, able to get the house up, and the Conquistadors pop in here from LDR. So the house walls won't keep the aggression out. This triple TC boom will be, will be obstructed by the Conquistadors, of course. And there's a, I was going to say consistent production of Conquistadors behind this, but actually the castle is going into more petards now, which I don't know is going to petard into elsewhere as well. Looks like Miss Lou is taking some responsibility for the relics here, and French Connexion now relying on the Spanish to obstruct the progression of the opposing team here. Remy Ashwin, thanks for the follow. I appreciate that. So, what's with the petards? Where are they going this time? They're just preparing for the next hit on somewhere else. They're just chilling out for now with their barrels on their backs. While both pockets are actually quadruple TC booming here, so it's 70 villagers to 79. I guess Teuton's player was either up earlier or just earlier to the multiple TC production. However, LDR is getting some value off the Conquistadors here. 6 villagers killed, nothing too crazy considering it's 1 TC against 3 on the flank here, so Pirate might still be able to keep up. And there's 3 more games from Div 3, not yet. Maybe the next session. Also happy to take suggestions, of course. Here come the ranges for Pirates. You can see some crossbows, some eventual Arbalest from the orange player. Get in from Genius Squad. Copy that. I casted one Genius Squad game, I think, but that was a while ago already. Looks like we're going to see a second castle from the Spanish here, and not joking around with the villagers either. So many villagers! What? Why would you send 18 Spanish villagers forward? Oh, it's not joking around with the castle. Tower defense for Pirates here. Wants to keep them out, and looks like, did he actually petard through here as well? Mr. DJM saw right through it. Will not allow petards to open up here. And enter. Defensive castle in the middle of the economy as well. Nice defense for this arena over here. But here comes another castle outside of tower's range here for the Spanish. Makes sense. If you're real unlucky and the player with the defensive towers is on point, you could actually snipe the foundation once the villagers start building. Villagers moving out over here as well. Is there enough stone for another castle? Not yet. Nah, they're moving back home. Guess it's going to claim this this gold now. Defensive castle for Pirate as well. Both the other players going with Imperial Age here. John Baudelaire with the Italians and the Genoese crossbowmen out here. While Mr. DJM will be playing the cavalry, of course. The stable's popping up here now. Thank you for the bribe as well, Remy Ashwin. Much appreciated. Appreciated. Even losing my English diction here. Well, I'll keep it in mind for Saturday, Remy Ashwin, because I think that will be the next league casting day. Saturday or Sunday, we'll see. Maybe both even. So could pick up on one of those. I try to pick up different brackets or different divisions and different teams as best I can to show the variety. But obviously with 58 teams, I can't cover it all. Wait, what's this? Oh, it's Hofnis. Hofnitze. Nasty and Genoese crossbowmen. They don't stand a chance against the war wagons. However, Condottiero being added. Oh, that might be a conscious choice of the Italians player, or the Italians pick here to deal with Hussite wagons, because Hussite wagons, they deal gunpowder damage, and Condottiero, they counter gunpowder. 10 bonus damage against gunpowder units, which I would say applies to the bombard cannons or hoofnieces as well. Second castle coming up for Miss Lou, though. Imperial Age is in as well. Hoofnitze on the way, so that economy is on point for the Bohemians. You could snipe Genoese crossbowmen and trebuchets at a distance with the Hoofnies, of course. But you also don't want to let the Genoese crossbowmen close. Mangodai chiming in here as well. Thumbry coming in, the upgrades kicking in here. Let's just toggle the eco chart a little bit here. I guess even Elite Mangodai shouldn't be too far off here. Condottieros trying their best to dodge here. Mangodai will dive in and eat that treb, no problem, even before the Hoofnies enter the field here from the Bohemian player. Elite Mangodai and Elite Hussite Wagon eventually, probably. How the heck do you deal with that? And in the meantime, we have some conquistadors roaming about as well. It's still 1 TC for LDR, but LDR has been the annoyance factor here. However, Black Pearl, they haven't really been too put off by that. 340 villagers, they are with the eco lead here. They're all in the Imperial Age. Actually, all players are in the Imperial Age. But this army combination of green and blue especially is approaching a nasty level of upgrades. Mongols, Rams as well, siege engineers for Bohemians as well. So that means plus 20 55% damage for the Hoofnitze, I think, when it completes. Let's have a look here. Should be extra range, but definitely, or extra attack, but definitely extra range. Castle number 4 going up here as well. It's going to be a lot of elite Hussite wagons in not too long here. So Conquistadors en masse here, gonna struggle a bit more against the Arbalest masses here. Teuton with Paladin on the way as well. Chemistry to get into bombard cannons maybe, or other things benefiting from that upgrade. It will benefit the Castle Fire as well. Basically a 1 versus 1 in the south side here between John Baudelaire and Bislu, the Bohemians here. Condottiero numbers increasing, so the bombard cannons and the Hoofnitze will actually struggle a bit here. And once John Baudelaire is able to get some bombard cannons out of his own, Bislu will have to rely on the help of the Mongols, possibly, to deal with the bombard cannons of the Italians taking out this castle. But the Hoofnitze, they do have more attack, and they also have another range. They outrange the Italians. Bombard cannons. Condottiero diving in here. Let's have a look at their resistance here to... They do have 4 Peters armor, so it's not bad at all. Paladin now just around the corner from Teutons, and a decent chunk of Paladins it is. They aren't fast because they don't have husbandry, so actually the Mangudai are 5 tiles faster. I'm not sure if Le Poseidon even has husbandry. No stable, I think. Yeah, no, Italians don't have siege engineers. They fall 1 range short. So that's going to be an issue against the Hoofnitze, but the Condottiero, still they could serve the same purpose as the Mangudai in terms of taking out... Why the hand cannoneers? That's not going to do anything against the Condottieros. That's a surprising addition by Miss Lou here with all of these Condottieros on the field. That's honestly the wrong decision to make, because that's the hand cannon. That's the prime target of counter-attack for the Condottiero. We should just see them shredding them here. I don't know, they have 10 bonus damage against gunpowder, right? And the hand cannons are fragile as is. They only have 40 damage. So Condottiero with 10 plus 2 plus 10 bonus damage, 2-shot the hand cannoneers. John Baudelaire should be pushing back nicely here. He's going to take out a couple of the castles. He has the trebuchet out as well. While on the top side, Mongols, drill siege rams are doing some serious work here, accompanied by paladins and conquistadors. I guess it comes down to who has the better push here. Elite Mangudai is in as well. So Pirate, Paladins on one side, Mangudai on the other. Paladins really should be targeting the Arbalests here, I think, so that the... not the Arbalests, but the Mangudai, I mean, of course. What was that? Is that an Onager shot or something? Wow. Yeah, I should be targeting the Mangudai here to diminish the numbers when you have the chance with the Paladins. With a mass like this, you could maybe even get us around here. Arbalest helping from behind. Siege has been dealt with, so I guess it makes sense to target the siege weapons as well. They're starting to prepare trade here as well. Black Pearl, they're keeping their population consistent. They are 100 population ahead of French Connexion here. John Baudelaire now with a couple of bomber cannons protected by Condottiero here, and Halberdiers also not the answer against Condottiero, of course, but they've been added to handle the Paladins of the Teutons, but Teutons have beastly armor as well. Teuton Paladin versus Mangudai feels of... yeah... hit and run, yes, but if you get close and get this around, the Paladins should still keen up. You still have that pierce armor, but you are struggling obviously with the speed. dangerous amount of Mongols castles here as well. I think it's 5 castles now for the Mongols player. John Bodler has succeeded in sniping some villagers as well and keeps pushing here. Another forward castle being added. Condottiero back to protect the bombard cannons, but here come the Magadai. They're going to eat the siege weapons here now, and they're going to shred the Condottiero as well, I think. Shouldn't really be an issue here. The Condottieros have decent pierce armor, but nothing too crazy. Magadai two-shotting that trebuchet here, and now suddenly the Condottieros don't feel as strong anymore with this mass of Magadai on the field. 5 castles producing them. Finally, husbandry coming in as well to catch up with moving units. Oh, that's fast actually for a foot soldier. 132. So, but the fact that the Magadai are over here now means that the paladins of the Teutons on the top side, together with the Arbs, are having a very strong push on LER's side with the Spanish. However, Spanish 1 TC, they're not really that much of a threat. They need to start pushing the area in the middle here and take out the castles, so the Magadai aren't an option anymore. I did see them setting up markets for trade here, at least Mr. DJM is doing so. Yeah, they have a little bit of trade running here. John Baudelaire trading with Purple. Yeah, all 3 of them trading. Actually, we could show the trade setup here. Both teams having trade now, not wanting to run out of gold. Genoese, Crossbowmen, and Mas, they actually deal with Magadai if the Magadai get too close as well, because Genoese Crossbowmen have bonus damage against cavalry, 7 bonus damage or whatever that was. Top side, nice push from Black Pearl here. Some Genoese joining in here as well, so making it awkward to send in Magadai to chase here. Malay player adding bombard cannon as well, and it's almost going down to a Mongol siege ram. That's funny. Drill siege ram faster than a generic bombard cannon. It is 57 elite Magadai though. That's such a nasty unit to be dealing with. They dive in, snipe the siege, and then pull away again. South side Magadai over here as well, and they are now with the Bohemians. Halberdiers as a meat shield here. I mean, obviously the Genoese with their range will take out Halberdiers, no problem. But that just means that the Magadai are free to hit from behind. And how is this a good fight for Mislu? I guess it's all about the numbers here, and maybe some Hoofnitze hits in here as well. Blue definitely pushing this side now together with green, but top side the Spanish player will be going down, and that means that the trade will not be nearly as efficient anymore either. And look at the trade of Miss TJM. The only player not trading just yet is Pirate. Just now made the first trade card. It's interesting to see such strong pushes on either side, but John Baudelaire just has so much stronger economy here compared to the Spanish, who's been 1 TC for the whole game, and getting the home base compromised here. They're going to be 2 vs 3 here soon enough. French Connexion. It's 12 Hussars, 5 Halberdiers, struggling to field units here. Of course, they can sling each other now, being in the Imperial Age, but LER definitely losing all of the home base here now, which will free up Black Pearl to push further into the green castles here. And if John Baudelaire is able to hold somehow here, or at the very least just to keep that trade safe and running, then his team are in a good spot to close out this game. Spanish Hussar versus Malay skirms here. Pirate may be struggling a bit for gold, or just, yeah, definitely struggling for gold income currently, Pirate. So stealing some of the former Spanish gold here. However, these Hussars are really doing work here for LER, really providing for the team. Must have received some sling maybe to be able to pump out these units, yeah. About 3 or 4k resources. I don't think everyone knows about the sling rules though. What do you mean? I haven't seen any pre-Imperial Age sling yet, except for the rebuilding at TC once. You did. Well, that's not allowed. Yeah, you told me that, that's right. So, are we nearing the end for the Spanish here? 33 builders, 8 military for the Spanish, going to lose the rest of the home base. Even a little bit of stray gold here being taken by pirates. That's actually almost 1,000 gold, so that could actually make a difference. Now, the thing is here, if the Mongols player loses the castle, that's no more Mangudai, and you have to make a switch. It's already kind of happening here, making a transition into Hussar. South side, some Hoofnitz here though, so high attack, 300 attack against buildings. Isn't that more than trebuchets actually? That's more than trebuchets, and with the Mangudai and even the Halberdier flow here, they're going to be really hard to snipe for Black Pearl here. They've lost their markets, but rebuilt them inside home base. They're still trading. French Connexion fighting at close to the same population of Black Pearl. They are matching in military numbers, but they have one player out of it here. The Spanish player is attempting a reboot by getting some economy sorted here and is placing stables to receive sling again probably, and pump out hussars to at least provide to military population for French Connexion here. It's just a tiny difference here, considering this is essentially a 2 vs 3. The French Connexion are doing great here with keeping the push going and keeping the Mangudai numbers consistent as well. Yeah, so the Bohemians, Halberdiers, are those the ones with extra bonus damage against Cavaliers? I think so. So 40 attack against cavalry anyway, so they should be shredding light cav, of course. Push looking dangerous here now with how many Hofnisses? 5 Hofnisses and 61 elite Mangudai here. John Baudelaire still has 3 TCs working, but is mainly fielding skirmishers, which helps against the Halberdiers and Mangudai, of course. But if the Hof needs to get some hits in on the collected skirmishers, that's still an issue for them. Can't help but feel like Black Pearl have been focusing too much on the Spanish, but they probably wanted conquistadors out of the way before keeping pushing here. Strong army numbers from Orange here, Pirate, with 91 military, almost half the population in military here. And it feels like French Connexion's push is more consistent, moving more forward here. They're going to hit the trade line yet again. And even though Black Pearl have a much more healthy trade route going on, they are going to lose a lot if French Connexion break through the walls here and start taking down the fortifications and economy that they have left. Light Cav scrambling to snipe Hofnieces here. Any snipe here is a good snipe. But good job of keeping those alive from Miss Lou here. That's a huge amount of skirmishers for John Baudelaire. It's 78 skirmishers total now for the Italians, maybe even more. 94 in fact. Yeah, Kongs aren't impressive late game. They're still good raiding units, sort of, but they fall behind too. That's why the Spanish usually switch to paladins in the very late game, and they're certainly not an option now with the current Spanish economy. I'll keep the trade stats running here because we'll see once the trade numbers diminish for Black Pearl here that they might be in serious trouble here. Mangudai is such a nasty unit to deal with in mass like this. The castles stay alive as well. The Hussars now mixed in Mongols Hussars, the strongest Hussars in the game. They have more than 100 hit points. They're essentially a decent substitute for a knight in the Imperial Age. Black Pearl still keeping that population consistent, but it's high in eco now. I'm not sure if that's doing them any favors that they are not able to keep up, or they are able to keep up, but they aren't able to outmass French Connexion anymore. Look at the skirmisher production of John Baudelaire. Look at all these ranges! So many ranges pumping skirmishers. Bulgarian Hussar still wins 1 versus 1. Yeah, but that's because it attacks faster. So, and has the last armor, probably, which is significant as well. Well, this is developing into a messy late game, isn't it? But the Mangudai, Elite Mangudai, are in the trade line. Black Pearl are going to lose their gold access. What's their gold situation? They are actually considering considerably low here. John Baudelaire not good gold at all, that's why he's making skirmishers, but the trade cards will be dying rapidly here, and no more gold units for Black Pearl if that's the case. Let's see. Yeah, let's show the trade numbers just to see the trade numbers dwindling quickly for the Black Pearl here, as trade is increasing for French Connexion. They're stabilizing somehow. They're also pushing back on this side. Looked so good for Black Pearl for a long time there. Good push on the Spanish. They essentially took one player out of the equation here, but now the Spanish player is able to pump out some Hussars still and provide for the team here. It's twice the builder for French Connexion now. They're slightly behind in eco. Doesn't matter. They are into Black Pearl's home base. The GT is called, but what a great game it was on Arena. Back and forth for sure. A little bit passive, very little early aggression. Nice early Italians uptime selling wood rather than stone because of Italians' cheaper advancement through the ages. And that's I didn't realize that, of course, but of course the Feudal Age and Imperial Age is cheaper. Why no Ballet Longsword? 200 swords, because of the Mangudai, probably. I don't know. And you have Drill Siege from the Mongols anyway as well, so the Mongols could go Drill Siege on Gearing instead, I think. But let's look at the Malay economy. Yeah, not really set up for it. The food economy. Alright, let's browse through the stats here. Ridiculous score for Mongols here, and so many elite Mangudai. That was probably the most created unit as well. 171 to the 296 arbs of pirate. Now the military situation here. KD. That is so crazy! That's Mangudai for you. Fast moving, sniping units. It's almost a 3-to-1 KD ratio. It's 260 in fact. And economy shining here. Spanish. Who needs Spanish economy when you have two boomers like this? I think Order should have tried to go to purple with arms instead of trying to push alone. Yeah, it's true. If you can keep the Mangudai numbers in check. And you kind of need the Italians as well. You need the Genoese crossbow mass against, yeah, even against the Hussar spam really, but against the Mongols, Mangudai especially, and also Condottiero against the Hussite wagons, which I think were abandoned in the end, but to have the option against the gunpowder units, that comes to mind. Teutons don't have the speed to handle Mangudai. That's true. They do have the siege with the extra armor, but it's still elite Mangudai in that mass would still shred that. Siege is slow.